say that you're immune to heartache? Oh, I come from a land, from a faraway place, where the caravan camels roam, where the heat is intense and the cold's immense. It's barbaric, but hey, it's home. When the winds from the east and the suns from the west and the caravan come, it's the carpet ride by the carpet to fly to another Arabian night. Arabian night, like Arabian days. More often than not, are hotter than hot in a lot of good ways. Arabian night, the Arabian moon. Yes, my friends, there is magic in the music, and once you hear it, you will never be the same again. And now, let our celebration begin!
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the actor who voiced the character of Aladdin in Disney's original animated film, Scott Wonder.
I'm so happy to be here. I'm freaking out, you know, when you make an animated movie, you're just in a booth by yourself or with a couple of actors. This is a whole different ball game. So, but I'm excited and I hope you are. You know, Aladdin, for me, it's been an amazing, remarkable journey. I auditioned, I mailed in a tape with my mom when I was 15 years old. and here I am on stage all these years later talking about it and celebrating it with all of you. So it's pretty awesome. And thank you. And Aladdin itself has had a remarkable journey because it was now it's this classic animated film, and then it was a musical live show in the theme parks, and now it's a smash hit Broadway show, and then this year there was this amazing, gigantic hit live action movie. So it's pretty cool. And tonight you're going to hear incredible music from all incarnations of Aladdin performed live. And you're going to hear stories from the people who lived these shows and created the characters that we love. But first, okay, we want to start by getting you guys involved and helping us celebrate the power of music. So let's sing with us. Let's kick off our celebration with style, okay?
Wait.
Thank you. How great are these guys? Let's have another hand for this fabulous cast. So, as I mentioned, I auditioned for the part of Aladdin when I was 15 years old, and we mailed in a tape. And I didn't know who was going to hear it, and who was making these decisions. Well, we've got a couple of people sitting in this crowd that were involved in this movie that created it. We've got our director, Ron Clemens, who co-directed the movie with John Buster. And we've got a legendary Disney animator, Mark Kane, here. I've been working with these guys since I was a teenager, and I'm still starstruck and freak out whenever I see them, which I'm very fortunate that it's often. Now, people ask me, people come up to me all the time. They recognize me because of Full House and Fuller House, and they come up. Thank you. But they come up to me, a lot of people come up to me, and they say, oh my God, they freak out, oh my God, you're Aladdin, this is amazing. And a lot of times they say, you have such a beautiful voice. And I just say, thank you so much. But the truth is, I've got a guy who's been making me look good for 27 years. And it's a pleasure to introduce you guys to my other half, the singing voice of Aladdin, Mr. Brad Kane. Do I get to keep that?
I want that turban.
We've been sharing the turban for 27 years.
We have, but you've never worn the costume. I've worn the costume in many times.
Can I tell you? I think some people in this audience remember an occasion where I wore the costume.
Never mind, I'll just see myself.
No, you can say. It's okay, you can stick around. So now tell us how, I remember, okay, now I know a little bit about how you got cast in the movie. And it started with my audition. My singing audition, which went very badly.
Okay.
And they said, we like this guy, but it would be really great if we could find someone who sings like an angel and nobody will know that it's not him. So how did Aladdin come into your life?
I had a similar experience, except I couldn't put two words together, and they said, well, we have a guy who can actually speak.
He couldn't talk at the time, so now he's come a long way.
It was a newborn animated actor.
Now, do you have a favorite, well, before we get to, I want to hear about your audition.
Yeah, no, I auditioned, I was a senior in high school, I auditioned for it. I didn't hear anything after that. It was for Alan Menken and for Howard Ashman, Ron and John, all these brilliant artists. And I did a piece of script, and I did the song. I sang "Proud of Your Boy" was the audition song.
That's a beautiful song. Yeah. That was the song that did me in at the audition.
I know, and it was absolutely beautiful. I knew that this was going to be something special, but then I went back to school. I didn't hear anything from them for a year, and then I think I was sleeping on someone's floor. I was in a band in Pittsburgh or something like that, and I got a call that I have to come right away back to New York and sing with Lea Salongo. And I came back, and I sang with Lea, and Alan played me A Whole New World for the first time on piano, and he sang it, and I went, oh my God, I have to get this movie. I have to get this movie. And Lea and I sang together, and it was magic.
Now, do you have any favorite moments recording the movie, recording the songs?
For me, singing in front of the first time,
yeah. I saw Brad up there, so we got some pretty cool footage.
I got to sing, the first song I recorded was One Jump Ahead, and we sang it. I sang it in front of a 70-piece orchestra. So it wasn't just like they played the music and then they played it back for me to sing to. When I first was put in that booth, the first thing I heard was that giant tuba going boom, 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 and immediately it put me in the frame of mind of, okay, I'm running through the bazaar in Agrabah, and yeah, that was pretty spectacular.
That's really awesome. Well, I think a lot of people here have probably imagined what it would be like to be in one of those recording studios, seeing these songs recorded. Well, we're very fortunate to have footage of it.
Oh, no.
I'm excited to watch it myself.
You're joking.
No.
Early night.
Cat.
What a thrill to get to sing with her.
That must have been amazing. I mean, you guys, you know, you're like a perfect match.
Yeah, you never know when you put two voices together what you're gonna get. But you know, this was peanut butter and chocolate, I guess.
And you. Are you available for weddings?
Weddings, bar mitzvahs, quinceañeras, you know, just call me, I'm back.
Okay, awesome, perfect. Now, were you guys watching yet? People ask me this all the time. I honestly don't know how it works for the music, for the singing part. You're not lip syncing to animation, are you? They animated it to your voices, right?
Yeah, they did. They had a camera on us, which I expected they had on you too, the whole time, taking photos of your mouth and seeing which way it goes. And it's funny because when I sang One Jump Ahead, there was a part where I go, I think I'll take a stroll around the block, and nobody told me to do that. But then I noticed that when the movie came out, they actually animated Aladdin talking outside of his mouth, and I was like, I did that!
That's very cool. I love that when you see little, I mean, and these guys explained that, you know, they really do sort of digest your personality and your attributes and your sort of mannerisms, and they make it into the movie.
I'm glad I was easy to digest.
Okay, now what was it like working with the amazing Alan Menken?
Yeah. It was surreal, because he was a legend even back then, in '91. You know, he had done Little Shop of Horrors, which I knew very well. Love it. And, you know, Little Mermaid was brilliant, and that music, you know, hit you in your soul. But the big thing was, before we recorded Aladdin, right before we recorded Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast came out. It really changed the animation game. And I think it was the first animated movie to be nominated. No, it wasn't the first animated movie to be. I'm not a trivia guy for Best Picture. That's probably not true. But I know it had a big impact on the world at that time. That really brought animated movies back into the spotlight in a huge way. So, and Alan's music was a big part of that. You know, so I was very excited.
I want to see. We've got some video of you. Did they show it already while we were talking of you with Alan? There's some footage.
Riff, rap, street rap, and then don't divide the next line up to I don't buy that, and don't worry about it. I don't buy it. That's hanging up here. One more time. Let it just work.
These songs never get old. I feel like I've seen Aladdin as many times as a human can see it, and it doesn't get old. It doesn't get old. So now, would it be okay if I asked you maybe to try take? I want you to take us back. I want you to take. Would you be interested? Do you happen to remember the words to One Jump?
I remember most of them. I think so.
Well, how about taking it out for a spin?
Should I say? I have no choice now.
Now you're in. I'm out of here.
One jump ahead of the bread lines, one swing ahead of the sword. I steal only what I can afford. That's everything. One jump ahead of the law, man. That's all, and that's no joke. These guys don't appreciate I'm broke. Regret, scoundrel, just a little snack, guys. Take a hint, gotta face the facts. You're my only friend, Scott Winder.
Parents accept me as you got 'em.
Gotta eat to live, gotta steal to eat. Tell you all about it when I got the time. One jump ahead of the slow boats, one hop ahead of my doom. Next time, gonna use an arm to plume. One jump ahead of the hitmen, one hit ahead of the flock. I think I'll take a stroll around the block.
Stop me! Radical! Outrage! Scandal!
Let's not be too hasty. Gotta still eat, otherwise we get along. One jump ahead of the hook, one hop ahead of the
was awesome, you guys. That was awesome. Now, you know, interestingly enough, you know, there are a lot of great songs in the movie, but some of the songs that they write for these things don't even make it into the movie. We were talking about one of them before, our audition song. But Alan Menken knows that an Alan Menken song should not go to waste. And he keeps these things on simmer, you know, waiting for their moment to shine. And that's what happened with our audition song, Proud of Your Boy, which was so beautiful. I remember, so I go to the audition and I gave a pretty good in-person speaking audition. They said, oh, it's great. And I could tell I sort of had them on the hook. And they said, can you sing? And I lied. I said, yeah, I could sing. And they said, well, great. And they gave me a tape and they gave me some sheet music. And I got in the car with my mom and I was like, I'm in trouble because I said I can sing. And she's like, well, let's hear the song. And we put it in. And within seconds, my mom is hysterically crying. It's a beautiful song about Aladdin singing to his mom about how he's going to clean up his act.
And she knew you would never be able to sing it.
Yeah, exactly. She was crying. She's like,
go for those tears.
It's over.
I love my boy. He's never going to do this.
But the song actually it was sort of dormant for all these years, and then it came back to life in the Broadway musical. Aladdin sings it to his mom in the Broadway musical. She's not present, but he's singing like, "Mom, don't worry, I'm gonna clean up my act." And it's this beautiful song, and to this day, all these decades later.
And you can't sing, right? You still can't sing.
Well, you know, listen, I still have a little bit of a chip on my shoulder about it, so I got a singing lesson. I hope you don't mind.
No.
Your job is singing.
Yeah, it's done. 30 years ago.
The movie came out already.
That's true.
But I took one little singing lesson. Let's take a look at my little lesson, which I will never forget.
In for a pleasant surprise. I've wasted time.
You can do it for sure.
I've wasted me.
A lot of breathing there, yeah.
Say I'm slow for my age, a late bloomer. Okay, I agree.
A little practice we could have gotten.
Yeah.
One rotten kid.
I mean, you're not trained. You weren't trained.
No, not at all. Not at all. I had never.
No, you have a natural instrument. You could do it.
Alan Menken says I have a natural instrument.
Well, you do. No, I can tell you. And you have really good pitch.
Thanks.
See? Okay. Get out of your throat and more into like your chest.
This is amazing. This is crazy. This is like I feel like I'm in a dream right now.
But you can do this.
And you're in a nightmare. Proud of your boy.
Okay, and don't push it too much. Okay, if you said, proud of your boy, just
Proud of your boy.
there you go.
I'll make you proud of your boy. Yes. Believe me.
Believe me.
Believe me. Bad as I've been, Mom, you're in for a pleasant surprise. I've wasted time.
Really feel it.
I've wasted me. So say I'm slow for my age, a late bloomer. Okay, I agree that I've been one road kid. Some sun, some pride, and some joy. But I'm screwing up times.
Okay, that goes to times.
Screwing up times.
Yes! You'll see, Mom.
Now comes the better part. Someone's gonna make good.
Process
Stupid hearts. Make good and finally make you proud of your boy.
Yes! Yes!
I think you sound good.
Are you proud of your boy?
I am proud of you.
It's crazy because nobody loves music and musicals more than me, but I wasn't given the gift. So the fact that I get to go to Alan Menken's house and sit at his piano, it's crazy.
You sold it. You sold the story.
It was really fun. I like his dog is my biggest fan. So now as I mentioned, that song "Proud of Your Boy" is in the Broadway show. Now to share some stories behind the Broadway show, please welcome the actor who performs and sings the role of Aladdin in the national tour, Clinton Greenspan. You got 3 Aladdins on one stage. So there's 3 Aladdins here.
Fuck you guys.
It's really cool to meet you and to hang out with you. And how did your Aladdin journey begin?
I was, let's see, it was 2016. I went to New York to hopefully be seen for the auditions. I had a fun time, and a year went by, I heard nothing, and I thought that was the end of it.
That's what happened to us.
Sweet! Built in. So yeah, the first week I actually moved to New York City, I got an email to come back in and read and sing for Aladdin, and I went through all these processes of dance calls. I was auditioning for understudy Omar's stuff, so a huge journey occurred until the final audition happened, and Casey was in the room, Casey Nicola, and he wanted to sing again, so I got to sing Proud of Your Boy for him.
Proud of Your Boy. Proud of Your Boy. That's the song. Now the show is a big hit on Broadway, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
6 years.
6 years.
So I would imagine in 6 years a lot of people have seen this show.
Oh yeah, we're talking like it's played at least like 10 million people worldwide. So.
Oh, so worldwide, so not just on Broadway. There's other productions all over the world.
Dude, we have Tokyo, we have Hamburg, London, who actually just finished their run today, or I guess yesterday. I don't know.
Really? Wow.
What time it is over there right now? Melbourne, and of course we have the North American tour. So yeah.
Wow, isn't that amazing? Aladdin is a machine. It's just all over the world. And this creative team, the amount of people involved, from the directors and composers and designers and actors, it's pretty amazing. Tell us about the stats.
Yeah. Let's talk about some of the stats of this show. So check this out. I have a card here. Just give it a card.
By the way, I saw it when it was in Toronto. I saw it before it even was on Broadway. I saw it when they were previewing it. I'm interested.
Okay, so in the Broadway show alone, the genie has granted Aladdin over 7,000 wishes. There have been 85,000 fireworks set off on stage, which just doesn't seem safe. Dangerous. But apparently everyone, it's working out. The carpet has flown 63 miles. But
it doesn't sound like that.
It doesn't sound like that much, but I would imagine a city-to-city tour that increases, right?
So I just want to wear an Apple Watch and just see where it takes.
What about the costumes?
Costumes. Okay, yes. There are, there are 30, well, it's not on the card, but it's over there. There are 337 costumes in the show. And there are 428 crystals on one pair of men's pants.
Oh,
which I don't think is enough.
It's
a lot of crystals.
Honestly, literally my nicest pair of pants has only 300 crystals.
Yeah.
Rough day.
So, Clinton, one of the cool things about D23 is that it's for fans, for like hardcore Disney fans, and sometimes you get to hear stuff before other people hear stuff. You get the inside information. You have some news to share, right?
Yeah. I have 2 more weeks in DC with the North American tour, and then I'm making my Broadway debut as Aladdin.
Broadway's Aladdin, ready to go on Broadway. I've never been on Broadway. I've seen you on Broadway, but I saw you in She Loves Me.
You did see me in She Loves Me. Oh, thank you. But I've never played the title role in a show on Broadway, and so that's very exciting.
Thanks for the pressure. I really appreciate it.
In Aladdin.
I'm sending in a tape for Hamilton now that I have my voice lesson.
Yes!
I know the words. Okay, so now tell us about this song that we've been talking about so much.
Yeah, Proud of Your Boy. I like the video. I mean, it's clearly it's a very important piece, and I'm sad that it wasn't fully in the animated movie. But it's a very important song that Alan loves. And of course, you guys know the song where Aladdin has this moment that he realizes